Michigan is debating 2 laws that would expand gun-free zones in government buildings. Seems reasonable, right? We don't want people bringing guns to where politicians congregate, especially in this time. Reasonable maybe to many people, but not to Avi Rachlin, a right-wing tool, arguing that the bill is unfair because of who it targets. And take a look at him make the case for that.
With respect to what this legislation and who it targets, let's be very clear. This is legislation that targets white people. It is racial because the people who carry in the Capitol are primarily white. People who have CPLs are primarily white. And this is retaliation for the only demographic that overwhelmingly voted to support Donald Trump. And that is why it is being taken out on us, because you don't like us, and that's how it is. If we want to address gun violence, we would be focusing on the people who bring guns into communities and shoot people, like where I live in Detroit and where you represent, Stephanie Chang, which are overwhelmingly 13 to 34-year-old sub-Saharan African. Those are the people who...
Move on.
I am testifying.
Thank you for your testimony.
I'm not timed out.
Yep, and I am the chair, and I have gavelled you down.
Yeah, so the part that was bleeped out was literally exactly what you think it is. That's what, it wasn't a mistake. It was intentional. He said it 100% intentionally. He doesn't like that there are consequences for saying, he is like testifying, he says. He's speaking at a hearing or whatever, and that's what he chose to say and do. If you cared about gun violence, you should only care about the kind that I think black and brown people commit. What does that have to do with stopping, people from marching into a Capitol building and shooting people? Literally nothing. But he doesn't care. It is important to him that the path be open if they decide that they want to start killing people. And you should not look into this guy's past more, but it is just chock-a-block with insane comments about how rape should be legal and violent stuff and racist stuff and wild, as we'll get to, wildly anti-Semitic stuff as well. This is a sort of person that feels utterly emboldened. Right there, he said this is retaliation against the people that overwhelmingly supported Donald Trump. And what I love about that, Sharon, is he doesn't even want to be like, Donald Trump is loved. Look, he even got way more votes from like black men or whatever. He doesn't even want to give him credit. That doesn't count. We overwhelmingly supported. We're the only ones that matter. Screw those people. Latinos voted for him. I don't care. It's white men that really did it. That's what's important to him. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's perfectly reasonable. He wants to, and he probably could have shortened it by just saying, I want to go back to the era of slavery and Jim Crow, where I can pillage, rape, beat, kill, maim, whatever, because I'm a white guy and what I say goes. And black and brown people need to stay in their places. Jewish people too.
Yep, here's an example. So he tweeted, hey, weird that this sort of guy is just really available to tweet. Almost like the platform's made for him, people like him. I was expelled from Michigan Open Carry for saying the N-word. Their kosher secretary.
Wow.
Now, that is not a thing I've ever heard before. And yet we all know exactly what he means because that's the sort of person he is. Dory Goldberger never seemed too interested in the individuals actually perpetrating gun violence. Perhaps a conflict of interest as he advocates for more. It's a brown circle bioweapon. So I'm trying to fill in the 4chan gaps here, the Stormfront gaps. Is he saying that brown people are a bioweapon? Is he saying that letting them have guns is like a bioweapon? I don't know exactly what he's saying, but I know it's the worst thing a person could say. He could end up being the head of the ATF or something under Donald Trump. This is the sort of person that is getting what they want out of government, and that's not good for anyone. Any final thoughts, Sharon?
No, I think the attention seeking is real. The springing it on, in that particular meeting, the people who are there, you probably can't avoid that or screen it. Part of me thinks that it's sad but necessary to keep hearing from these people because I don't want to fall asleep and believe that they don't exist.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, but look, we have Nazis marching in Columbus, I believe. This guy's just didn't slip out. It wasn't a hot mic. It wasn't like a private text message. He went there to do this. That was his rant. That was his strong moment. Freaking hate it, man. I hate these people. I hate that they now have so much power and influence, and people like them are filling important cabinet positions. Thanks for watching our video. Did you know that you can support our show by becoming a subscriber? Just click the subscribe button and also ring the bell so that you get notifications when we're live or when we post new content.